Privet comrades, it is Mikhail here. We are about to begin the final stage of Lone Trail in Arknights. So, we got quite an open map here, which is very usual for big ass boss stages, and there's only, 6 types of enemies, so it is probably going to be the most annoying 6 enemies, but yeah, there's only 6. Okay, so we can still do the up-down stuff. They have to go down here. There's no other entrances. Nope, nope. They come from... Huh. Are those... Wait. No. I thought those were holes. There is a hole here, actually. Wait, how are they gonna... Oh, wait, what? How would you... They can't walk over these because these are fences, right? So... How would you even... push them down there? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Yeah. I boosted our lovely water elf to level 50, so we are about done with her. It's a giant open map, so maybe we should do the range with those. So we didn't get any new here. Nope. Alright, well, let's go then. Over here. Surround her. Don't let her through. Oh, you poor bastards. Attention all forces. Get ready. The feeling of weightlessness returns. Calcium crystals grow rapidly, tethering Saria's hand to the corridor floor. The second disorder wave is starting. Oh, that's what that is. Disorder wave. Okay. Disorder? Nasty's magnum opus. Oh, it's her. Oh. So it's Nasty's thing that with the changing rooms and stuff, the hallways and all that. Oh, you've been following me around for the last couple of days. Does the fence have nothing else to do? 16 of your Rhine technological park modifications do not comply with our established safety regulations. Disorder. Oh, she's talked about it before. You abandon the sense of balance inside your mind. Instead of fighting the chaos, try adapting to its rhythm instead. Hold on. We're gonna get reading today, so I'm just gonna start off with some soda here. There we go. So I don't kill my throat. Find what you're looking for? You reconfigured several key structures in the park. You don't seem to be following any rules, but the connections between the components make sense. I could have never imagined that structures like these would be possible. A linear language constructs most people's imagination. If you have a specific future in mind, you must first construct a dialogue with the destination instead of brute forcing a route. Abandon balance. Perceive the destination. She feeds off both her hands. The next shift in gravity comes abruptly, and as she hits the ceiling, she takes the opportunity to maneuver her trajectory and jumps over the soldiers hot on her tail. Calcium crystals following her work, drawing an arc. Oh no! I thought we were done! Okay, I'll stop bitching about this con. Manipulating raw calcium in the same way microbes change their composition. How very enlightening. The materials morph extremely quickly and adaptable and combinable with various organs and thus have promising medical applications. This has been your research field ever since you were in college, yes? Why not continue? Because it's dangerous. Are you referring to the ethical issues arising from the construction of artificial organs with this technique? More than that. Giving new techniques to doctors may save lives, but if they fall into the hands of criminals, they could also be reduced to weapons of destruction. Haha, I almost forgot how rich with calcium our bodies are. Therefore, I have determined that my research in this field must be suspended until effective control measures have been established. It is a terrible pity, you know that. If you ever change your mind, Rhine Lab could certainly have 2 sections specializing in life sciences. Rhine Lab needs a defense section more. I'm giving you my data in the hopes that you can combine our experiences to better evaluate the risks of the chimeric experiments. Don't go too far, Powers. The cost of pushing our boundaries will be too high for us all. Then where does the boundary lie? Countless studies have shown that the evolution of life has not been a gradual process, contrary to the theories of the earliest scholars in this field. We wouldn't be standing here right now if we had only been taking one step at a time. Furthermore, if we presume that there is indeed a boundary drawn by a higher will, that determines how we should be acting. Shouldn't we try to look it in the eye first before we decide to kneel or raise a flag of rebellion? Yes, go away, fuck off. Yes, thank you. A boundary. This corridor is also a boundary. If I keep walking along the corridor, I'll never reach wherever the eye is. The hammer. This ring-shaped laboratory has, from its inception, been designed to subvert people's perceptions. It is the realization of Kristen's dreams, the real part of the Rhine Lab's components control section, the combined wisdom and practically every Rhine Lab director. Saria is familiar with how each of them operate, but in the past she had not allowed herself to think in the same way. This makes no sense. No, it doesn't matter. I have long been disgusted with this war. So now it must die. Fuck you all. Get out of my way. The telescope we borrowed from the Stargazers Association broke down. Don't worry about it. The view here is great. You can see many stars with just the naked eye. Well, you go look for a nice place to sit down. I'll try fixing it. Whoa! Oh, great superhuman Lady Saria. I'm so curious. Is there honestly anything you can't do? I recommend you take my personal course electives. I won't be able to do anything I'm not studying. You're a terrifying studying machine. Whoa, it's so cold today. Want a candy? Cream puffs? Hot chocolate? Consuming sweet this late at night is not conducive to good health. Boring! I love MLCs! Kristen, look at that rock. What do you think it looks like? Oh, come on. It looks like Saria, right? It's so hard and yet it shines so perfectly. God damn it. Like the stars. That was cute. Kristen grabs the shining stone and looks up. She seems to be comparing it to something as she moves the rock around. Something's wrong. There shouldn't be a star here. There should be a star here, but there isn't one. I've done so many calculations and yet I haven't figured out the trajectory of the stars. You've already failed so many times, you still believe it's measurable? I prefer to say I don't believe. I don't believe in all the rules I've been taught. I don't believe that humanity will never be able to pierce through the star part, let alone believe that the stars are only as small as we see them. There's no way you believe we can fly all the way to the stars, right? I thought only a kid would believe stuff like that. Children, poets, and scientists. Whoever said I wasn't one. Scientists do not believe that dreams are false, because what they're essentially doing is proving to all humanity that dreams can come true. Gosh, you really have one-track mind. So, Kristen, when our Rhine Lab becomes a fully fledged public company, are we gonna keep that lab on the name, or change it to Rhine something else? I'm studying ecology and Saria's researches in bioengineering and microorganisms, so the two of us are down to keep it nice and generic. 2 against 1. Us in the life sciences? Just kidding. I mean, your dead set on soaring through the skies and your field is high energy physics, so wouldn't you want to call it Rhine Physics instead? No. We'll stick with Rhine Lab. It's a good name. I want to know exactly what the stars we're looking at are. I want to know what's outside the barrier encasing around us. I want to know if we really managed to walk among the stars and look back from over there, what kind of land we've actually been living on. All the questions I seek have mostly to do with not just me, but we. Oh, got a nice little flashback there. Oh, Muse's lab. And we are all being strapped in this teeny tiny corner. How are you planning to compensate me for breaking my vivarium, Saria? You knew Kristen's plans from the very beginning. Are you talking about Aqua 1 or Galleria Stellaria? Argo 1 was never more than a front to deceive the military, a pile of scrap paper that was never feasible. Galleria Stellaria is the real laboratory here, or you could also say the name of this aircraft. It certainly is a name that she would come up with. Yep, the only thing she thinks about. So you replicated your vivarium up here. Is Kristen intending to break through the barrier with it? Just tearing the starport open won't be enough for her, you know. Without a doubt. Her fixation was never the barrier, but the realm beyond that even our ancestors have yet to reach. She truly wants to step inside that deep outer space. She wants to leave everything that can be left behind in that dimension. And that includes each and every life present in this vivarium. As soon as I heard about the Galleria Stellaria project, I started gathering a variety of plant species that might be able to survive in the environment outside the barrier. I just checked, and there's 753 different types here. Kristen put them all in this lab. I'm pretty happy about it. We'll be able to find our answers together real soon. We want to know if light can exist among the stars. And especially yourself. Yep. My people and I, we've been trapped in this cage that just continues to shrink. As time goes by, we can only follow what happens to water that can't be contained, wind that dissipates, trees that wither and vanish from this ever-changing land. And then she said to me, "Then let's go. This land is not your home, but beyond it, there might just be a space untainted by Originium that will really accept you and your people." A mere hypothesis. So far, no instrument has managed to penetrate or even approach the barrier, so there is no basis to assert the possibility of Originium's absence beyond the barrier, let alone the total lack of evidence to suggest that life can survive in the depths of outer space. I know. It's just a dream. There's no evidence or data to support it, and it goes against all the scientific knowledge I have. But scientists don't believe that dreams are false, because what they're essentially doing is providing all mankind... Oh my god. Let's try that one again. Holy fucking shit. Because what they're essentially doing is proving to all humanity that dreams can come true. I remember Kristen said that. Yes, she's the same as ever. What about us? Saria? Have we changed at all? Water spreads out like hands in all directions, pinning Saria to the wall. Saria has never seen water this fierce out of Muses. It's like a waterfall, like a tsunami, as if the water is howling. Calcium crystals continuously grows from Saria's hands, but they fail to take form under the sweeping waves. She tries to find Muses, but all she finds in stream after stream of water are the eyes of an elf hidden in the depths of each wave. Eyes filled with serenity and grief. Wow, okay. Damn. The water is howling, but the elf is crying. No! Not the cute elf. I really wish we could be together forever, just like on that starlit night. But there's no way I can hold on to both of you at the same time. Dancing in freeze really is too hard. Oh, I won't give you a chance to stop her, because 2 against 1. This time I'm on her side. Milk, cease. Sleep, Saria. Go to sleep. You're all black and blue and probably about to pass out. There's no need for you to keep fighting, because our dreams are about to come true. Just close your eyes and the water will take you away from here. By the time you wake up, Kristen and I will have reached our destination. No! The solid Colosseum crystal does not stab at the water in vain, but into the side of the bulkhead. Saria is well aware that the next disorder is about to happen. Warning! Energy overload initiated. All secondary compartmental gravity systems and dampers have failed. Attention all personnel. Energy overload initiated. Eek! Why would it suddenly... Son? No. You were right. Kristen has never changed. The instantaneous gravitational shift causes the streams of water to lose direction. The animal piercing through the bulkhead firmly fixes Saria on the spot, but Muses is tossed outside along with her water. Saria! You're the same as ever. Whenever you get nervous, you forget just how fragile your body is. No, catch me! I don't want to leave. Not alone. The energy overload is starting. When it's done charging, the entire platform will collapse. Even if you can get close to or even break through the barrier, the core cabin will not last long enough. Kristen wants to save you. As do I. You! Yes, I want to bring her back. Milces, after gravity returns to normal, leave this place. What happens next is between the two of us. Saria! No! I gotta hold on to something. Authentication failed. Your clearance has expired. Galleria Stellaria Vivarium access denied. Your clearance has expired. Galleria Stellaria Vivarium access denied. Saria, you dummy blockhead, knucklehead, open the door! Aww. I've really been abandoned again. Saria, I hope you make it. No, I don't want. No, I don't want to see her sad. Oh my god, stop! Fuck's sake, bruh. Saria stands at the door leading to the deepest part of the lab, knowing her target is just inside. However, before she can even condense the calcium crystals on her hand, the door lock automatically releases. Oh? Compared to the previous area filled with instruments and equipment, this place feels more like a temple to the stars. A sphere made of smooth and flawless metal shows off its dazzling beauty under the soft light. Spheres of varying sizes slowly glide on predetermined orbits one after another, with their paths changing now and then. Their irregularities intertwine with each other, but contrary to expectations, they form an indescribable sense of harmony. Whether it be the positions of the stars or how precise their orbits shift, the planetarium exceeds the imaginations of any astrologer. But in the very next moment, those devoted to the stars will probably fly into a rage. Those so-called astrologers are basically misguided zealots. For the past 1,000 years, they've committed themselves to tracking the trajectory of the stars. Every trajectory change that occurs signifies a new revelation or a meaningful omen to them. Their behavior is not necessarily incomprehensible. The fact that the stars move without a trace is enough to terrify most people. To believe that the stars are mere pawns of an undiscoverable being, that their movements and trajectories changes hold any meaning, is obviously the more reassuring choice. However, Kristen extends a hand toward the planetarium. The dome of Galleria Stellaria enveloping the ceiling suddenly opens itself. 4 starlights floods the laboratory. Kristen makes a series of gestures with her hand, and in an instant the planetarium completely transforms. Fake. Stars begin to move erratically. False. Several stars collide with one another. Though they do not shatter, the sound of them crashing into each other instantly destroys the silence in the room. Fabricated. However, Kristen's expression does not change at all. As if everything is as it should be. Oh my god. If the trajectories are really just invisible, then how have we avoided colliding with other stars throughout the last millennium? Are we so special to have avoided such a fate so far? What kind of land have we actually been living on? Where exactly are we headed? These questions, I've whispered them in your ears too many times to count. Can you help me move that planet over there, Saria? Small metallic sphere passes by Saria's hand. Stop. Instead of touching it, she lets it fall out of orbit. What a shame. I've been fiddling with these planets before we break the barrier, and no matter how many times I try, they just refuse to stay on the right track. Stop this, Kristen. We still have time to turn back before you hit the barrier with this Galleria Stellaria. Galleria Stellaria, isn't it exactly as how I described it to you before? I pity that you had already left Rhinelab by the time I built it. But I knew you would come back. At the very moment when my dreams were about to be realized, you would be there. Whether or not you're with me, or against me. This time it's my turn to make the first move. Kristen lifts her hand, revealing the exoskeleton operating system Saria is most familiar with, and gently makes a fist. Silver liquid spews from the planetarium behind Kristen, and in an instant all the planets are thrown out of their orbits, rushing towards a single position at speeds too fast for the naked eye. The entire galaxy poured down on Saria. Ah, okay, so we're battling Kristen, not the AI. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm going to fucking kill her now. Lost among the stars.
戦いが起きるままにしておくんじゃない。その意味を見極めないと。
Oh no! Oh god, that was. Oh shit, that was fucking great. Oh my goodness, that was fucking funny. Way too funny, actually. Oh, it's the fucking music from the oh my god. Oh yeah, from the trailer. From the so good, dude. I love that. I forget what it's called. I'll put it on the screen if you want to. Oh, so good. Fuck. So good. Oh my god.
Spectacular sight. Alas, it is now a battlefield.
Holy fucking shit, dude. It's so good. No!
Let's go.
There we go. Good. There we go. Fuck you. Woo! That was close. That was some quick thinking right there.
Ready to go. Stay clear of the blast.
Holy fuck. Thank you, Ash. You are beautiful today. Oh, I know where we're putting
Unsteady posture, wavering intent.
There we go. Fuck you.
To learn
Yes. Oh, there she is. Egotist, betrayer, seeker, loner, pioneer. Good night, Terra. Right. I'm going to fucking murder this bitch. Okay. What the fuck? What is that? What is that? What is that? Okay.
One should spar.
I should probably put some healing down before I forget it again. There we go. There we go. Yeah, we can. Oh my goodness, look at this. I can have everything here. Okay, I'm not done yet. I need SG. There we go. Right there. Okay, now we can grab Pitiluscious. Joyce Mall. If you want. Oh, really? There we go. Woo!
One should 1,000 moves in one breath.
Yeah, die. Die. There we go. Fuck you. Gotta put her up here where no one will go, I think. Yeah, well. Okay, go. Oh. Highly annoying. Oh no, she's gonna do some bullshit. Ah! Okay, yeah. Fuck you. Yep. Get the heal going, get the heal going! There we go. Shoot Kristen! Shoot her! Kill her! Murder her! Oh wow. I haven't made anyone here. Okay, go. Go, 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 go. Boost! Boost! There we go. Kill that bitch. Kill that bitch. So close. We're so close. There we go. There we go. Kill by destroy them. Yes. Yes.
One should strike and sunder the tide's heft.
There we go. Yes.
Leave no peace bereft.
Yeah, you're almost alone now. What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, die. Fuck you. Alright. I see you. There we go, fuck you.
At your command, strike.
There we go.
Sunder the
Yes.
tides left. Retract and leave no peace bereft.
Oh my.
After all
Sorry about
this
that.
time, you still tend
Okay,
to war
let's
for
go.
solutions.
We're almost there. We have a trap here now. Go. Go. Boom. There. Got it. The W explosion though. Perfect. Perfect. Alright.
Strike and sunder the tides cleft. Retract and leave no peace bereft.
Oh shit. Yeah, no. Fuck that. Yeah, fuck you. Die. 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 Boom. Got him. Got him. Beat her. Sit down, bitch. Stars crash to the ground. Someone lifts their head from the pristine white debris scattered all over the floor. What's the matter, Control? You were faster before. Since you weren't able to kill me, I'll launch my counter-offensive. Don't blink. The star struck down by Saria refloat, setting off a new trajectory. Kristen's fingers flicked to the side. Saria's legs suddenly feel 1,000 times heavier. The gravity shifted? You used this trick to send Mulesies away. But it won't work on me. Animal grows beneath Saria's feet like a pair of heavy-duty boots holding her in place. And then she begins to move forward step by step. Instead of refining the way you generate calcium particles, you simply increase the release speed. The animal you are generating has gotten even more brittle. A hardy resistance isn't enough to cross the finish line. A metal planet shatters the animal barrier, hitting Saria on the shoulder. Saria does not cease to advance. It happens twice and then thrice. Saria continues to speed up. Saria, stop! Stop? That's what I said to you. I can tell you all about my plans. I know. Then why do you insist on stopping me? There will be no other victims in this plan. I just wanted to set off some harmless fireworks over the skies of Trimonts. The moment Timer finishes its job, both the military mainlander will breathe a sigh of relief. The residents of Trimont will be momentarily captivated by this spectacle unfolded before them in the sky, but soon enough their focus will be directed towards each other. More deserving concerns. Randab might just be the most affected party here. She will lose her control, possibly several directors, and the confidence of powerful Colombian organizers. Then you should have stayed on the ground. Clean up the mess, protect those who might be hurt by this, and carry our Rhine lab through the crisis. You've always been good at that. You forgot again, I resigned a long time ago. People like Blake like to call scientists mad. And we couldn't care any less. But science is supposed to be rational. Kristen, when I first heard the story of your parents, I thought you shouldn't have seen an ending like that. If they hadn't perished in that accident and had returned before hitting the barrier, they would have brought back incomparable precious data as well as possibility of a second attempt. You obviously... I admire their will and determination, but I've never been one to approve of sacrifice, even justified and inevitable. Ferdinand Nasty Parvis. There are many others who always thought me too conservative. They see me as a stickler for rules, obstructing all of you. Ha! Can a woman like this even be called a scientist? Even I myself have asked this question. You're the most dedicated truth seeker I know. The truth. Truth is the inertia that comes after order. I believe science can bring us truth. And truth can restrain madness, bringing about a better society for everyone. Us movers have always been accompanied by an extended madness for as long as we can remember. Violence, savagery, we took an extremely long time to just step out of that chaotic chaos. That's what I've been taught ever since I was small. I use reason to control myself and desperately but to confront the madness I see in all of you. But you can't do it. Saria, if you intend to hold onto Rhinelab by your lonesome, you are sure to be disappointed. Because humanity's thirst for progress is inherently undefeatable. A type of desire, a type of madness, but also a natural instinct and the fuel that has brought us from the desolate barrenlands to where we stand. Which is why I've come here. And not for a fight. The heavy stars follow her like a rock slide and gravity controls the airflow to haul at her entire body. Calcium crystals crumble from head to toe, but the mountaineer is determined to greet the storm with her own form. Kristen, I almost admitted my own defeat while searching for you. Until someone said to me that I should return to the origin. So on my way here, I've been looking back at where we all started. Yes, I dreaded losing control, but it's not a fear of chaos, but a fear of regression caused by it. So I must progress onward as humanity must, because for us, the trek is far from over. Indeed, to this day, humanity still lives in the dark. After all, we can't even see through the sky hanging over our heads. The road is long, very, very long. We hold more knowledge than the average bystander, so we must shoulder heavier responsibilities. We should ahead of them, eliminate any danger, and carefully lead them on the path forward. A real pioneer should be clearing the way for all of humanity instead of jumping headfirst into the abyss never to return. That is my foundation and I will stand by it. Caught you. She has weathered the storm, she crosses the galaxy. The final calcium crystal spread from one palm to the back of the other and the metal exoskeleton begins to crumble. The synthetic stars ceaselessly revolve around the two in unison. Everything else around them has sunk into chaos as a result of their arts colliding and destroying each other. Only the Protector's will remains unshaken as the Earth. Oh shit, did she kill her? Oh, we're still... Oh my god, I forgot about this! Oh my god, dude, I forgot about this! We're still in the AI holodeck. This is Star Trek now, yes. You're always slightly late. Oh! And you're always slightly early. Been waiting long, Kal'tsit? It's, fuck, I forgot her name. I'll put that on the screen too. Not really. I thought you would be next. It's her assistant. Oh my god, she's in fucking, the fucking Fenya event. God, I can't fucking remember anything right now. Jesus. Oh my god. Oh my god, I hate that. I can't remember anything right now. Jesus. I thought you would be next. You're like a microcosm of everything that happened in Ursus. I'm sorry, I really am. Sorry? For what? You knew my husband and I were already doomed when we made our decision at the Research Institute. You're not the type to get depressed. No, perhaps you might have even become more depressed in the last century. No. I hold regrets and maybe even remorse towards your story, but not much sorrow. I'm talking about your daughter. Folinik! That's fucking hell, that's there! Oh wait, no, I thought that was Folinik. Oh, okay. Folinik doesn't live in the better era that you wish for. An era where hate and violence have been forgotten. The same goes for Ludmilla. Oh. It's their fucking mother. Oh, shit. Crown Slayer, yeah, Ludmilla, yeah. Wait, is that... Oh, fuck, okay. Yeah, that is her mother, wow. Okay. I didn't know they were sisters, what the fuck? Oh, wow, okay, I guess I learned something new today. Like I said, you're like a microcosm, Lilia. You and Folinik have an unbreakable bond formed of hatred and blood. A microcosm, I've seen it many a time, a futile destruction. Sounds like you're tired. You weren't created to be a savior. You can't level a mountain with a finger or destroy a city with your eyes. Haha, just found a kind of plebeian would hope that you were invincible. Do those fools think they could uphold a civilization teetering on the edge of collapse with just violence? There might be some with such a hope. They hope that I can bring them a future. Hope to survive in my country. Hope for a victory under my command. You failed them because you're just Kal'tsit. Our conversation has yielded no answers. Yes, you've admitted it. You're tired. But why? You're always on the path of avoiding their self-destruction, but the power you hold is just that minuscule. There's no way you can teleport from Victoria to Ursus or monitor every sarcasm on Terra to see what dangerous witchcraft, holy shit, they're delving into this time. Whatever you do grows more and more futile, so you're starting to get impatient, right? And especially with, I know. You already know what you're afraid of, yet you're still able to keep yourself from thinking about it. Not letting Teresa and Teresa's appear in front of you, even your subconsciousness is practically begging for it. The same goes for your own determination, Kal'tsit. You think people will treat you gently, and so that pair of siblings won't talk to you like this. How strange. You were so cold before that I never imagined you would seek the warmth of others. From such a perspective, you really have become weak. Spring is chilly here. I'll catch a cold soon if I stay out any longer. We should go somewhere with a warmer spring. Shall we go inside? Sure. What the fuck? Kiara? Isn't this Kiara? I remember this from I can't remember any names right now. I'm giving up. Fuck it. Who cares? The Kiara went right where you go to Kiara and with elite operator. I just forgot his name too. Jesus, Sharp. That's his name. Shit. Fuck me, dude. Where you go to Kiara with Sharp and yeah. Snow? A rare outsider. Are you heading for the sacred mountain? Yeah, see, this is Kiara. Yeah. Pilgrim, as long as you have rarely make it up here. But why are you continuing your ascent? Legs got frostbite? Sacred mountain. Are we in Kirak? Yes, we are. Kirak? Where is that? Wait, what? Is that where you're from? I wouldn't consider it as such. It's one of the most spectacular mountains on Terra. I once saw a group of destitute refugees settle and rebuild their lives in that paradise free of catastrophe. Oh, it must be a beautiful place then. Terra, it sounds so small. That's where you're from? Yes. I come from Terra. And you? Toward the mountain. We're born with this one goal. Born with it? We frolic among the trees on the mossy plains in our youth and learn from the rocks. And in our prime we began climbing the mountain. We did so much groundwork at the foot of the mountain, weaving strands of dawnlight into rows and preparing a pair of shoes that wouldn't be contaminated by the darkness of the night. And then we began climbing the mountain. The road is long and full of obstacles, and we only harvest resources from the valleys. Fortunately for us, the sacred mountain is merciful and feeds us with death, so we dedicate our long lives to this mountain path in return. It must be an exhausting journey coming all the way here. Exhausting? No. The snow does not mourn its melting. This is all from the self-flattering efforts of others while we are just climbers. What is this sacred mountain called? And what should I call you? This mountain is called time, and us, we are just insignificant lives. Time is such a grand thing, isn't it? You should be well aware of this. Will the mountain change? Has anyone reached the summit? I don't know. What I mean by that is, maybe. Try shouting at the abyss of time. The response you receive is a gift from the sacred mountain. Time will not give you an automatic answer, but it will respond. Our predecessors called this response fate. And fate is the echoes of the cries of life. God damn, this is getting deep now. Have you never done this before? Well, it seems like there will be a blizzard tonight. I should go prepare dinner and find a place to set up camp. Do you need a place to rest? We can go together, girl. Sure, old man. I'd like to know, what's there to fill your stomach? Perhaps we'll be having despair, child. Maybe you can finish your prayers before dinner. Do your shouting before the blizzard blots everything from sight. Aye. Louder. Aye. What the hell? That's a giant corpse. Oh, it speaks! You will become yourself. Kal'tsit, your judgment is rational. For this, I feel sorry. Sorry for what? It's only myself. Because I am your time. I single-handedly caused your distrust towards humanity, your pessimism, your dismay, and your impatience with no way out. However, from her and on her, you saw a possibility. Out of your tendency to be overly cautious and anxious, you suspect that feeling is merely a misjudgment caused by your irritation. After all, the world is breaking out of your knowledge and control, and the new you was only born not long ago. Wait, what? What? And the new you was not... What the fuck? Okay. Kinda weird. And yet you considered it many times before how much easier it would be if you choose to trust them instead. I am your time, Kal'tsit, you omniscient fool. You forget the little details. You are not a chosen savior. You should not be. You're not always right either. Oh, so cute! Oh, so cute. Look at the little squirrel. Life. Huh. Even if you already made up your mind. You know better than anyone else how limited time is, and there isn't much left. Can I keep that? I want to keep that. Hold on. Give me that thing. Right, let's go. You should try giving up and choose to trust someone you can believe in. You are not trusted because you are Kal'tsit, nor do you become Kal'tsit because you are trusted. You are the echoes of the valley. Water dripping off a cliff. Your responsibilities way beyond what your abilities can bear, and now at least there are people who share those responsibilities with. Holy crap! What you have lost and gained in this short period of the past few centuries far exceeds your former days. So long they were that you could only use for progress and evolution. I'm losing. I can't. Everything is about to end, Kal'tsit, and you know this. Will you stay your passivity, your pessimism, your apathy? Don't forget your original question. Don't forget the answer that you nearly had. Go on, AMA 10. The meaning of your existence is more than you yourself. Let's stop here. Indeed, this is enough. Gesundheit, damn, my cat just sneezed. And the doctor? Calming down elsewhere, I do intend to spend some time with you alone. I have a question for you, AMA 10 Kal'tsit. For the past 10,000 years, have you really lived on this land? So she's... Okay. So she's like 10 millenniums old. Okay. What the fuck is happening? I do not understand Kal'tsit law. Why is she 10,000 years old? Okay, whatever. Because my original fucking idea was that these were like filled with Kal'tsit clones. And that's why he knew Kal'tsit, but they're filled with my people, so I don't know, dude. I'm not. Nah. I don't follow it. It's too deep. It seems you've changed quite a lot. You haven't interacted much, but you shouldn't be your current self. What did you choose? I've seen wars lasting several millennia, the rise and coexistence of nations, and people growing from their misunderstandings and conflicts. But in the end, they all scattered to the wind, just like the sands of Sargon. But in the blink of an eye, history has already given birth to new children. I've seen the cycle repeat too many times. The cycle itself looms large and weighs heavy, and I'm fully aware that time is running out. And then I ran into a unique opportunity. I once met two TCAS who were closer than any creature in any era to the truth of continuing civilization. But now you're all as fragile as the trash on an asteroid belt, so how can you possibly talk of continuing? Wait, you're saying the Black Crown still remains on Terra? The Lord of Fiends, as the ancient TCAS called it. TCAS? Those old endemic life forms? What a fluke. I thought it would have been left behind on the Black Crown. I dislike the shape it takes on the physical plane. A crown leaves a bad taste. A crown points to royalty. This ancient imagery implies power. In this downward trend of collapse, where the misunderstandings over ideology and race push surface civilization towards self-destruction within an extravagant mirage of peace and unity. The most direct method should be to use those powers to reshape the will of all living beings and fuse them into a singular life form. What can a false leader made of memories, emotions, and knowledge even achieve? What? Huh? What? Don't underestimate us. Doctor, are you alright? This thing has gone too far. Perhaps I underestimated you, but that does not affect the ending already set in stone. You want me to believe that such a tiny piece of heritage is enough to change fate? Heritage is humanity's sole achievement ever since our ancient ancestors learned to use tools and fire. Knowledge, culture, history, so-called civilization is nothing more than that. There will be a day when the Black Crown will no longer belong to Amir alone, and we will have to fight to survive, no matter who the enemy is. You've chosen to fight for terror. This is what you decided? With this body, this identity? You are different from Kristen and her kind. Your struggles are far from your original intent. Even Rhodes Island's reserve ops team knows the difference between fighting for themselves and fighting for others. Even, huh? Wow. Okay. Just putting them down. Damn. Kinda mean. And we've all done our preparations. This great land of terror is where I grew up. I'm an employee of Rhodes Island. A part of the ship sailing on the land called Terror. Infected is just too trivial a proposition, however. Infected Originium, huh? Then what about you, Doctor? I'm an employee of Rhodes Island. I also have a question for you, Trevor Friston. How has your time been in this equally long period of time? Who? Who? Trevor? Who? What? Huh? What did I miss now? Oh, yeah, back to the fight. Good. This is what I want to see. The protection system has been lifted. Kristen, tell me how to stop the energy accumulation and where exactly does the energy come from? This would be an extremely long story. Oh god, I don't have time for this. I will try to crack the gallery's control panel before I'm done listening. Saria, you know, the history of this land is far longer than most realize. I believe every generation produces its own skeptics, just like my parents and I. Have our ventures really been completely fruitless? And was there perhaps a more ancient point in time that the sky hanging over us was not as we see it today? I remember that was one of the establishing goals of Rhinelab's scientific investigation section. Conventional exploration alone has already provided me with plenty of interesting information. After you left Rhine, I picked up some interests I had previously and tried leaving the laboratory, heading to various corners of the world that mankind had scarcely set foot on. The purpose of those journeys was not to observe the sky. The stars are not worth looking at. I came to this conclusion early on, and after countless calculations, I only wanted to try and find more collaborators. Since the Lefanian arts detector orb fell short of 500 meters below the barrier, the academic circles in most countries abandoned their research into the thing. So what I've been looking for, a voice that doesn't belong to this era, like the immortals who rely on Originian arms to escape the cycles of life, or the Fahrenmuts older than any country. Fahrenmuts! There we go! I was just about to say that. The immortals, Fahrenmuts, right. Neon Dusk, Ling and Chang Yue, and possibly others we haven't seen yet. I think it should be like 7, right? Or 13. I forget. It's one of those. 13, I believe it is, yeah. Perhaps even older than those regarded as scars, at being so old that history has forgotten them. Before I set off on my journey, I had no idea what I was going to find. I just felt a calling across time and space directing me toward that door. And what was inside the door? Everything. I found the answers to all my questions. How we managed to trek across history to make it here. About the land's unexplored secrets, about the myriad of possibilities for our future. Sounds like Hermes Mora from Skyrim. Knowledge has a price. No? No one? Okay, I'll shut up. But at the same time, I also saw the end of a civilization and a spirit abandoned by time. Time is nothing but a vile joke. At the end of the world, when the seas dried up and the rocks rotted away as everything changed, I hid in this grim bunker, repeating a futile act, shouting into the void. My words permeated every moon and space itself, every tunnel and corner of the stars. The universe did not respond to me. I prayed to the pitch black despair for tens of thousands. Again! Jesus. Don't worry, Moira. It's okay. Don't just sleep. I'm just sneezing. I woke up, Moira. She's sleeping on my bed. Oh, and thank you for those who said bless you. For tens of thousands of years, and the only thing I heard in return was the reverberations of destruction. Whenever I longed for a survivor's response, the sound of collapse and rays of occupied light was still lingering among the stars would emerge. It was a black hole of futile effort. My emotions were far beyond what any regular life form would ever experience or empathize with. In the endless silence, all I could hear was the heartbeats of my people going even ever weaker, but their dormant hearts should not have been beating at all. Nightmares cannot jolt me awake because it is impossible for me to sleep. I hate myself for having these emotions. I wish I could operate like a pure machine. I hate the other me that assigned me a fate like this. I knew very well the plan had already concluded. The energy in these sarcophagi was not enough to power the next stage of recovery in our plan. Soon after, I was swept into the nothingness, endless and numb. So the contact with Kristen offered you a gamble. Since your people could never wake up, you might as well. No. The first time I saw that humanoid creature, what I felt was surprise. I had been watching the depths of space far, far away, not what happened on the surface. I noticed the growth of life, but never expected it to knock on my door. We spent a long time talking, though in reality it was no longer than a few months. Kristen fired question after question as if she was meeting a manifestation of truth. And remarkably, every topic would send her into a long period of reflection and silence, instead of satisfying her thirst for knowledge. She catalyzed an idea, but she didn't voice it herself. Kristen refused to be the one to execute the plan. Wasn't she just using Rhinelab to retrieve her goals? She believes that someday this land will need a group that can separate themselves from politics and unite as a people. This far-sighted group would have to employ everything at their disposal. Sounds like Infield! I can't wait to play Infield. Anyway, to build an arc. Yes! Yes, there it is! That's so Infield right there. I love it! Making Enfield canon in Arknights is amazing. I love that. The pioneers would inevitably face the struggle of understanding and would face diversion and suffering. But reality is not a myth, as Babel has proven. So what is Rose Island to you if you hold no hope for all of this? You're right about that. Huh? We can discuss this so-called hope. Kristen's little helpers have already begun fiddling with the sarcophagi's technology. I have no qualms with it, but this must mean something important for Terra. Use it well. Kristen's political views are not without a few flaws. Logan's research has effectively been put under control. I cannot possibly trust Columbia as a nation, but there is someone behind the Midlander Foundation that is worth negotiating with. Tin Man! That is good. And then, tell me, are the deep-sea dwelling Aegir really so different from the civilizations on land? What I can tell you far surpasses whatever Kristen has told you. Indeed, I cannot comprehend what these creatures with bodily structures inadequately suited to survive in the deep sea would establish a civilization in the ocean. But this suggests they depend on some product of the seafloor. The form of their civilization has been distorted by external forces making them stronger, but also causing problems. Aegir is a settlement that must be united, regardless of the problems caused by these rampant sea monsters. I believe that's what they're called. Terra cannot leave such a developed nation alone. considering their approximate geological location. And if they use what they have in abundance appropriately, my guess is that what Kristen is doing right now is not necessarily out of Aegir's reach. How did we get from space stuff into Undertides stuff? That took a turn, wow. With strength comes arrogance. Aegir is not so easy to persuade. She did try. Though fortunately, due to a series of incidents, I have had a good fortune to establish a precious friendship with some Aegir. This will be an impactful breakthrough. Since the profound silence, Aegir can no longer remain silent. Gladia, yes, the leader. Excellent. The March of the Knights Mora. Now we're in Casimir's. Oh my goodness. We're just going all over the events now. That's awesome. The March of the Knights Mora basically only exists as a legend in the databases of Columbia with no decent historical text to refer to. But I beat him. I beat the Knights Mora. But if the legendary event was not in fact a falsehood, then he is indeed an incredible hero. It was pretty fucking awesome. I can't hate. Even if we take Originium as the power source, the fact that such a tyrant born of terror thousands of years ago could achieve such a great feat in much more primitive environment does inspire wonder. However, the south is already in ruins, so you should look north. Have you been there? Sammy? No, even further north, at the ends of the endless ice fields. What? There's something else beyond Sammy? What? I tried many times, but I've yet to find anything with the limits of my own abilities. But you know what's over there. I do. So don't ignore the door that lies there. I think they... Oh, there was something about a portal in the Enfield trailer. Something about a portal. Oh my god, this is tying into Enfield so hard. Oh my god, this is so good. I love this. Yes, yes. So don't ignore the door that lies there. Portal! That's what I'm saying! Push it open when you need to and it will show you a boundless vista. Just pushing that door is already far beyond what most are capable of. And so it is up to all of you to find a way. The land is vast. As civilization continues to advance, so surely there's more than one Kristen. You seem to trust the denizens of this land more than I previously thought. Trust. I hand the tinder to you. I have given up everything on my end. Whether or not you can succeed, nothing can be changed. This is my failure. Trust? Yes, I do not know. Perhaps I just want to see any life form able to converse and interact with one another to continue existing. You know this, compared with the problems on the distant horizon, there is something that could happen at any moment. War. True, true. Even if I look only through the eyes of Columbia, I sense the imminent danger to your world and the fire that can ignite at any time. You will require preparation. Do what you must to extinguish your fame or to let it produce new life. This is your choice to make. Those who are truly able to save the denizens of Terra are always and only themselves. This need for awakening has not changed since time immemorial, because it is all part of what humanity is. Thank you. The sky is about to be opened, but the barrier will soon heal itself. Perhaps it will take a few days or months or years. But the people of Terra will take that limited, vivacious scene into their eyes and will keep the moonlight and the distant planets in their memories. I hope, Kristen hopes, this will be a powerful signal. A signal to herald the next great age. Okay. Oh, okay. Hi. Saria, would you like to gaze at the stars together, just like we did before? We can talk about this after we descend. The starry sky, or more precisely, what we gaze at is a barrier. The starpod. There's still 1,000 meters to go. Our current position is already near the limit of humanity's touch. The ionization response is too strong. At this height, the instruments can't operate with all the interference. The control panel is completely useless. I should have known. You have no intention of letting the Galleria Stellaria last much longer. Yes, it has to last until I break the barrier. The barrier, though we have always been inclined towards the usage of barrier, you are well aware that the shape of it is more than just a barrier as per conjecture. It might not even be a barrier at all, but an extremely wide space. It might even lack endpoints. This 6,000 meters. What we understand as normal airspace is actually abnormal. And in that case, breaking it was never an option. It can indeed be broken. You've never once doubted it. 6,972 meters. If you fly straight up at this angle, as long as you can soar past that height, the gallery area will no longer be disturbed by any ionization reactions. Fine, so you have credible data from that spirit, but that doesn't reduce the danger of exploring the skies at all. No, even if we assume the barrier is enveloping the land like a membrane, as you say, it means we know less than nothing about the space beyond it. This makes your actions even more hazardous. You can even bring disaster upon this land. I know. The people are simply inadequately prepared for this. There will never be adequate preparation. If there is indeed a calamity looming over us, then humanity is already living under a ticking clock. If that's the case, then we should be even more cautious, right? Sorry, I believe there will come a day when a much more complete exploration team will be formed, and with more data and full support, they will enter into the depths of space before our very eyes. This is also the future I hope for. But you yourself are not in this future of yours. True. I'm ill-suited to be called a pioneer. On that point, I fully agree with your view. If possible, I would prefer to become a starting point. Just like once, back when I watched the light of those flames burning in the sky. That was the last thing my parents left me. A starting point. Where's the closest escape pod? None left. Those with the capability to execute the return module are already gone. Alright. Then hold on to me. I will wrap the both of us in calcification. We might not even have a chance of survival, but we can try. Saria, lower your gaze. What? You're the one who didn't look down this time. Oh, fuck no. The gravity abruptly shifts without warning, and Saria feels only space beneath her feet. What the fuck did she get thrown out of an airlock? She did not expect Kristen to set up an emergency escape door at the Galleria Stellaria center. No, Saria thinks to herself, she should have expected it long before. This door is not for the owner of the planetarium. Kristen knew at that very last moment Saria would come. A sudden change of mass robs Saria of her voice, and she fails to yell out anything at all. She also knows that there is nothing she can grab, but still stretches her hand out. Starlight and Earth pour into her view, while Kristen only gets further and further away. What the fuck? No way. No way. Saria, you always wanted me to take a good look at the world. Now I have. It is equally beautiful. You will watch it, and the people it nurtures in my stead. This I always knew. Just as you have in the past and well in the future. And I am not the type to lead people on step by step. I am just a pair of eyes. Eyes that will peer into the unfamiliar depths of space for all that live on that land. Kristen, I can almost see the true starry sky. It probably hasn't changed much from what you've told me in over 10,000 years. Me and you, our civilization and yours. On the scale of universe, we really are insignificantly small. That is the thing, yeah. A torrent of energy pounds the accumulating area of this giant airborne construct, and the ring hovering up high looks almost swallowed by the tremendous amount of energy. Immediately afterwards, an even greater amount concentrates at its core. Enough to destroy any massive nomadic city. And this world is just so puny in shadow, how could it ever bear it? Oh fuck! We got animation? Oh shit! The light converges and abandons the earth, stabbing upwards into the air. What the hell? Whoa! Whoa! What? What? Holy fucking shit! Under the unprecedented energy surge, wave after wave of dazzling ripples emerge on the pitch black curtain devoid of any life. The false sky is at last rent asunder. What the fuck? Whoa! Planets! We got planets. Whoa, look. Oh my god, that's awesome. Hold on. Yeah, I needed that. The ancient twin moons exposed their real faces. Tonight, the truth will be perceived by humanity for the very first time. Holy fuck. That is pretty insane, bro. Wait, what? No way. Yes, it was the end. Come on, bro. Dude. And then there's the story stage. Yup. Wait, what the fuck is this? Huh? Huh? What the f... Oh, okay. Bonus stages? I guess? Bonus stages? Alright, let's do the... Okay, let's get done with this. Let's get done with this. We're already over an hour in, so yeah, let's go. Whew, my voice is going to die. Those left behind. Let's get this over. Let's go. Let's go. Oh shit. We are in Iberia, I think. A coastal view that one can see anywhere in Iberia. Yup. Rubble close by indicates the place may have once been a prosperous village, but now only a solitary wind chime left hanging on the wall echoes the waves as they hit the shore. Sea terror. Bewildered slithering sound. Something like that, I don't know. Wave washed over a sea terror onto the beach. No, perhaps it might have followed the wave to dry land. Whatever it was, it didn't seem to have a goal in mind. It merely wanders, looks around, just like its brethren do. It shouldn't have found anything. All it can see while standing in this overgrowth is the endless ocean and the sky. But in the next moment, as if it has sensed something, it looks towards a certain direction. The never-changing sky is swept by a wave of rebels. Oh, look how cute it is. I want to pet it. Not really. It looks in that direction, but there is only an endless sky. As soon after its compatriots arrive, its kin, its wee many, and their eyes look in the same direction. Defania? As an attendant apologizes to the proprietor, he props up to his master, a court musician, and helps him leave the bar. Mein Herr, you shouldn't drink anymore. Don't get in my way. I can't figure out a tune, so I might as well just drink myself to death. Ach, mein Herr, didn't you draft several pages yesterday? I think the third song is honestly not bad at all. At least you know me well. But nein, this will not do. It is not good enough. There is still something missing, a key ingredient. Do you understand? A kind of psychedelic yet magnificent, an image of madness. Of course I understand you completely. You're always chasing this kind of work. Hmm? Huh? Hmm? Oh, I really must be drunk. What's wrong? I saw waves streaking across the horizon. Waves. I should take you to a doctor. What is that? The attendant lifts his head towards the sky to see a halo-like wave sweep across the night. This is... Could I somehow gotten second-hand intoxication through the air? Ha ha ha! The clouds are like waves and the sky is a curtain. Good, sehr gut. Theron, quick, go. Take me home. No, hand me a pen, quickly. Here, have you found some inspiration? Inspiration? No. What I've discovered is a wellspring. Under the dim street lights, the musician lies down on the floor on his stomach, writing in a frantic pace without a care for his image. Tonight, many an artist slept nary a wink. So yeah, everyone on Terra can see it. Wait, where is this? Victoria, okay. Take a gander at this happy lot. They think the storm is already over and Victoria merely had a little hiccup. Whatever they possess is still intact and will continue to remain as is. How I wish I could share their optimism. Sir, there's something I need you to see. What's happened? You're not the sort to be a killjoy at a time like this. It seems something has happened in Colombia. Seems? Yes, we are urgently collecting information at the moment. Has our rebellious child again done something incomprehensible with the science and technology they're so overly proud of? That has yet to be determined, but at present I can confirm that this is information you must know. Just how important is this matter that I have to be proactive instead of waiting for you to bring it to me? It is honestly beyond the scope of my abilities. The Count realizes the bitter smile on his trusted subordinate's face, and this shifts his originally joking mood to one of surprise. His officer only knows to tell the truth, and this means that something has indeed happened. The Count walks to the window and immediately realized why his subordinate was at a loss for words. That was information physically impossible to be brought before him, but also a reality that no one could ignore. What sort of natural phenomenon is this? We immediately hired experts relevant to this field, and combined with the information from Colombia over the past few days, they have proposed some valuable theories. Site 359, Spy Dossier, Investigation Report on the Mainlander Foundation. And what are these? Academic papers? A barrier? Tell me the key points of note. This layer of ripples has originated from Colombia and is extremely unnatural. After conducting some simple observations, we believe that the findings align perfectly with a long-forgotten theory in the world of science. The sky above our head is indeed false. Huh? Something has happened, and we know nothing about it. We have already mobilized all our spies in Colombia, and they will soon bring us results. Spare no expense, I want an answer before tomorrow morning to bring to the Duke of Normandy. Yes, sir. My lord, I would like to introduce my distant nephew to you. Tonight's banquet ends here now. Eh? Count needs his space and quiet now, so please return home, Viscount. Very well. The Count looks at the distant sky without saying a word. Tonight, conspiracies hatch in alleys while countless politicians toss and turn in their beds. Warning. Energy overload. Energy overload. Shockwaves from the energy surplus have impacted the entirety of Hammer. Secondary disengagement protocol acceleration complete. All secondary cabins, mounting devices, and external energy lines have been separated from the Galleria Stellaria's main body. All personnel evacuate via the escape pod and execute return immediately. Repeat, all personnel evacuate via the escape pod and execute return protocol. This goddamn weightlessness, couldn't they have made the escape pod just a bit smaller, not the size of an entire room? Quick, get that self-balancing system up and running. We gotta stabilize this room first at the very least. My bones are about to shatter from being tossed around like marbles in a box. I know, I'm working on it. I hate manually disengaging lock mechanisms so much, especially in times like these. Phew! Alright, it's stable. Now to check the return protocol. The drogue and pilot parachutes have been launched. Landing trajectory is on auto adjust. If you look up, there's still time to bid your farewells to control. Hey, Bullet, look at this. Okay, one name. Look at this corridor. Isn't that Director Mules's? Director Mules's, get in quick. There's still seats. You should have clearance to enter. This is the escape pod? This escape pod has existed since the very beginning of Argo 1's design phase, and we ran several rounds of navigation and pressure tests before, so don't worry. You're Claude, right? I remember you. You've been in components control for many years. Before Hammer took flight control, Kristen disbanded the Rhine Lab components control section. The last job she assigned us was to assist the energy charging and focusing. All calibration, maintenance, and security tasks have already been completed. When we return to the ground, we'll all get new contracts, leave Rhine, and leave Trimonts. Alright. What's this? Huh? A remote sensory recorder. It provides real-time feedback from the biological data in the vivarium. Control said it would be helpful to you, so I was going to send it over to Ecological once I got back on the ground. The data was just updated. I'm really sorry. Wait, don't tell me right away. Not so fast. This is... How many years did it take? Go! In the short span of time after Galleria Stellaria broke through the barrier, the death rate of the 753 planets have exceeded 90%. The rest aren't expected to survive. Haha. Kristen, what exactly does it look like beyond the starport? You're fully aware of sharing the same possible fate, and yet you're unwilling to call off your trip? You've kept your promise to us all. But did you plan on traveling solo from the very beginning? Then Saria, she... Yeah, she's in outer space right now. Wait, the acceleration is still increasing. Our descent speed hasn't slowed at all. We're falling even faster than before. Uh-oh. What's going on, Bullet? The shockwave from the energy overload must have messed up the return protocol. I can't reverse it. Both parachutes have failed and the self-balancing system is about to malfunction. Wait, isn't this equipped with a gravity-related or genius module? Find the arts unit quickly. Right. But the current high temps and energy shock from earlier have fried a third of the modules. Current height 3,454.7 meters. There's no stopping it. I hate not being able to jump out of the pod right now to enlighten it. Heat insulation layer. The speed's too fast and the escape pod's layer is about to burn through completely. The damage rate is at 60%. The wall is deforming. It'll disintegrate at this rate. Ugh. Bullet, son of a bitch, couldn't you have passed out after installing the arts unit? How can this be? All return to ground structures have gone through several rounds of testing. There's no simulation that can reproduce a passenger cabin returning to the ground from maximum height. Science requires first-hand verification, and that's what we're doing right now. You should head to the inner cabin ASAP. The seats are cushioned and there are oxygen masks. We might just... At this rate, we'll hit the ground in a minute. No one's gonna survive. Shit, I don't even have time to record a final video message. Are there people waiting for you? The tremendous centrifugal force throws Claude against the corridor's bulkhead. His face is pressed against the glass, and he sees a small, shiny spike. No, it's a person, a figure tightly bound in thick layers of calcium. He confirms that what he's seeing, but this means that the opposite figure is falling at the same speed as them, and maybe even faster. Director Saria? She's probably passed out. At such a height, even the thickest calcium becomes fragile layer of eggshell, and she herself doesn't even what? And she herself doesn't even figure than it. What the fuck does that mean? I don't even know. Damn it! Water. A vast body of water. Water seeps from the escape pod's bulkhead, stretching in mid-air like a living organism. The escape pod is falling at high speed, and a large river of water is being towed by gravity and vaporizing, but several thick walls still manage to form in the direction Saria is falling. Claude feels like he is seeing a lake without a shore or a lake bed. He looks at it from the bottom, and the waves are folding in layers as they sway over his head. If he wasn't currently busy trying to save himself, he feels as if he must follow and learn from the Ursus poets on how to look for the right words to describe the scene in front of him. Water also rises in the cabin, and he is pushed back in the interior. Director Mulesys, you're melting? Oh shit. Sorry, I guess you did I guess you did end up fighting with Kristen after all. So even you couldn't stop her. In the end, you couldn't do anything. These water barriers can give you somewhat of a buffer, so if you can, I hope you live. Shucks, I probably look real ugly like this. But if I could go back and had this level of determination to pump all the water out of me like right now, could I have changed a lot of things? The water gently envelops everything in its body. All components control employees prepare for impact. Hold your breath. It's easy to choke when you're submerged in water. Go and meet the people waiting for you. Oh fuck, Mulesys is saving everyone. What happened to fucking Tin Man and Holiak though? We haven't seen them since the fight with Kal'tsit and Doctor and I don't even know. The first New Year's Eve after the founding of Rylab. Before the show ended, did they actually dance together? A dance of three? She has kind of forgotten. Oh! Oh, hell no. That did not sound nice. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hello? Saria. What did you see? Just the sky? That's right, the sky. I sat on the stump as a kid watching my parents test flight after flight from the hill in front of us. Later, they brought me along. After they died, I never came back here until now. You're the first. And that's why you hate the sky? If I were 10 now, Having just witnessed everyone's reaction to their deaths, just finished going through their belongings, I would tell you yes. But that's not my current answer in mind. Worries, pressure, questions, decision, and bills from corporate and government sectors. These factors didn't hold my parents back, so they're not even worth mentioning. All the way, my parents staunchly advanced towards their goals, and only they lost themselves in the end. If the journey is destined to end prematurely, then I too will willingly die on the way here. Don't say something that ominous. Can I succeed? I don't know, but I'm set on doing it. I inherited everything from my parents, and I've gone even further than they did. Kristen. Sorry, I'm not asking anything from you. I'm just sharing some past events with my best friend. I understand. So, any thoughts? Weren't you merely sharing your story? Oh, you're such a burden beast. Say something at least. The sky really is beautiful. She knows that no one has even seen the view at such a high altitude from such a position, and that the Galleria Stellaria is getting further and further away from her, but she cannot open her eyes. She is falling at high speed. The wind howls, scraping against her face like a knife, and the cold, thin air rushes into her nasal cavities, making breathing difficult. Raw calcium accumulates in a frenzy, forming a thick crystalline layer around her body so as to prevent her dying from the violent air friction, but she cannot do anything about the impact when she lands. It was already over. The vertigo from the weightlessness hits her, and no matter how hard she resists, she loses consciousness. That is what you do at that altitude, yeah. Falling thousands of meters from the sky obviously only takes a few minutes, but why is it taking so long to experience death? She vaguely senses herself falling onto the surface of water, her speed somewhat slowing down, and afterwards amidst a burst of mechanical bossing, it feels like as if she has fallen into clouds again. How soft it was. Saria! Saria! Sounds like someone is calling for her. A familiar voice. Oh, oh fuck! It's silence! Don't say anything yet. Eye movement response normal. There should be local internal bleeding, but holy fuck. Okay, we're about to say a medical word here. Cardiopulmonary functions are normal. The impact caused multiple external injuries, a slightly torn flexor tendon in the left leg. I'll apply temporary treatment on the affected area. Fortunately, there isn't any serious damage to your bodily functions, but when you return to Trimar's, you need to undergo a comprehensive medical exam. Sorry, do you have a headache? I'm fine. Good. I crushed your drone. And these are air cushions. It's fine. Where's Ifrit? Is she not with you? She joined the search and rescue efforts too, so she should be nearby. Let's go meet up with her. Can you stand? Come, I'll help you up. Silence, I. Thanks. Oh my goodness, look at that. No, that's so cute. The clouds have parted. And now we can get an even more clearer view of the sky. Yes, the sky is really beautiful. Are you not going to ask you a question? Ask what? What happened in the Galleria Stellaria? Would you tell me? I'll need some time. Then do you want to know? Know what? What happened down here when you went to stop Kristen? Will you tell me? I will. Hold on, let me... No. I think I have my thumbnail for the last video here. Yep, I will. I need to know everything. Likewise, Saria, I need you to be fully informed to be better prepared. This is the only way we can ensure that we won't make any missteps on the road ahead of us. It sounds like you already have an idea. Hold on to my shoulder. The road is hard to walk, and I have no way of lifting you up completely, so we have to go together. What about me, Kal'tsit, and Bulhiak? I haven't seen us three yet. Claude, Benji, Johan, Bullet. The escape pod makes a deep hole in the ground, and the hatch flies out, smashing a boulder into pieces. The inner cabin has completely warped, the infrastructure and equipment looking as if they were wrung out of by a pair of hands. I'm over here. What a relief, you alright? I'm alive? Wasn't the escape pod malfunctioning? We dropped from an altitude over 5,000 meters and we're still alive. Phew! Youch! Easy on the hog, it hurts. It seems like those art modules managed to help us decelerate a little after all. Don't get too cocky now, Bullet. You know you're the luckiest one out of all of us here, hitting your head on the console and passing out at our most critical moment, and then just waking up just as we landed safely. Must have been Annie's prayers working on you, huh? Aren't you guys getting married next year? Hey, why do I feel like I drowned earlier and all of you are soaking wet too? It's not like the pod landed in a lake, so what even happened? Have you guys seen Director Mulesey's? Water is still flowing out of the bulkhead connected to the escape pod, but there is no mud in the area. The night breeze will soon dry up the earth. Oh no, help her, help the cute elf. Oh shit, here we go. Dame Kal'tsit. Oh, he's gonna call her. Oh, he's gonna call her that now. Okay. I must admit that we are alike. My empathy with Dr. Sagan's emotions purely comes from an emotional module that has yet to be erased, even after these tens of thousands of years. I am not Kristen himself, merely a tool that was made. But you are more fresh blood than I am, with more freedom. This makes me feel a little envious. Any words of comfort would sound like I'm belittling your mission, Kristen. I'm glad to have a life like this, and not just this one. I'm glad that I'm not just a simple machine. I have already been searching for the original answer from the very moment I began my walk in the dust of disappointment. I have experienced many more direct losses than you, but I can also say that I have gained even more in return. If everything here had yet to happen, you might even be able to travel through the land currently known as Terra, just like Dr. Sagan did once. If there is a chance, I'll be happy to take it. Wasn't he on the spaceship? What the how is he still I am much confused. I have a request. You're the only one who knows how to operate this system, so I would like you to erase these twisted data spanning. Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on, give me a second here. Okay, so I just calculated that, and it is just over 13,000 years. 13 millennium. Wow. That is a lot of time. Keep only my emotions and original memories. Let me die as Trevor Kristen, even if I can only die as a replica. I understand your decision, but this process will take a lot of time, and you... This is too cruel a fate for you. I wish to face the skies that were once free, but not as a lofty judge in an ivory tower, nor as a ghost. At least let me face the remorse and guilt I have as a person from sending my compatriots to their doom with my own hands. Let me at the very least see from a purest perspective how you will face the future. To think of that sky, this is my final wish. You don't have to blame yourself like that. Thank you. You might call this arrogance, but I must say this nonetheless. The weight of the life, this weight of civilization, you can't possibly even begin to imagine how heavy it is right now. No one has this capability to decide for others what the value of their lives are. This belongs to the past, and so I will not go too deep into it, but please remember this, Dr. Sagan. This will sooner or later become a multiple choice question about the present, and it will be extremely important to you. But presently, I'll say this again. Thank you. This is the final thing I can say. Go, Kal'tsit. I have already granted all privileges. Let me meet my end as a person. I respect your decision. Please wait just a moment. Is there no other choice? Doctor. The doctor that knows nothing. I don't know how much you know, how much Kal'tsit has told you, but now, before I lose all this data, let me answer your questions. Kristen also asked me innumerable questions, and I answered them all, and if it was necessary, I even showed her the answers. After witnessing everything with her own eyes, she did not lose herself. Her ideals did not even waver the slightest, and she did not see her own existence as inferior thereafter. I admire that character of hers, and so to be fair, I will also treat you the same, Dr. Sagan. Perhaps this personality of obsession is also a present from Trevor Kristen. Huh. Who is Priestess? And what is Originium? Those two questions are not as different as you might imagine. Originium. Even if you've lost your memories, even if you just learned that far exceeds the categories of the infected, catastrophe or arts, you are still keenly aware how important Originium is. This is the way to go. Kal'tsit knows some answers, but I think she won't be able to tell you. Priestess will not allow her to. This restriction is carved into the depths of her original consciousness, and even death will not free her from those shackles. So should I really tell you the answer? Perhaps Kal'tsit is afraid that the truth might loosen your memories and turn the tables on your hard-earned developments. Though I believe you have already done some preparations on your end. I can give you the answer, but not in its entirety. I don't even know what your past was like. My birth and isolation from the outside would happen far earlier than you think. Originium was just one out of the many innumerable answers. Originium means unification. Originium means another state of existence, like the ocean of Solaris, where everything exists within disorder. Oh yes, you're yet to even realize the contradiction of it all. So far, Rhodes Island has been working towards curing oripathy and solving the problems of the infected, though you have also involved yourselves in outsider matters due to Kal'tsit and Teresa's ideals. However, you, in the name of Rhodes Island, fight against Originium. This is the root of everything. I do not know what decisions Priestess made in the end, but it seems that Kal'tsit, with all the life spawned on this land, with free will, has no way to peacefully coexist with Originium. Originium can benefit humanity, but it can also destroy everything, just like the frenzied creatures in the ocean and the endlessly expanding rift in the north. Creepy. Priestess is also the starting point of that madness, and you were once extremely close to her. What? So we can cure oripathy? I'm incapable of guiding your next steps. Strictly speaking, Originium in just its current form, it has already exceeded my understanding of it. Oripathy is not something that was carefully planned and produced. In your current situation, curing it is difficult, but there may be other ways you can stop or use it. Your past with Priestess seems to be Kal'tsit's greatest taboo, and I don't even have a full picture according to my hypothesis. Your appearance, participation, and amnesia, they are not without purpose. You have to find your own answers. Don't blame me for being so cryptic with my words, but sooner or later, when you face the truth of the past, you will understand Kal'tsit's thoughtful intentions. Stay patient. Stay true to yourself. Doctor, Kal'tsit, you've already taken a huge step forward, but turn your head and look at what we faced. Victoria, Columbia, the infected are still being discriminated against, and the flames of war might just spark in any place on Terra at any time. We still have much more to do. There will be more and more layers of crises in the future, and the current situation will become even more worrisome. We'll fight together, right? You are the commander of Rhodes Island, the doctor and me I trust. We will find a way. I'm delighted to have met you both in my final moments. I can already feel some data slipping away. I might even forget our conversation in just a few seconds. Having lost the support of your database, your emotional module will once again re-experience the loneliness of the past dozen millennia. No one knows what the consequences will be to compress all those years of emotion into just a few minutes. I will destroy this bunker before the energy is depleted. You will need to escape in time. Thank you both. Drowsy. Unnatural sound. Do you remember me? Unknown. You? A living creature? Here? You must... Wait. Why is it so dark here? I'm in... Too long. Too dark. No. There's still 173,000 and 5th attempt. And the next. The next time. Can anyone hear me? Answer. Answer me. Please. Where am I? I can't bear to hear any more of this. I don't know. There's no way for us outsiders to judge if these cries of anguish are memories from his past or the emotional module responding to the stress from processing all that compressed emotion. I only feel pity and respect. Kal'tsit, have you experienced this before? I hate this. Damn it! Why must I suffer this torture? Why must it be me? Even if they all come back to life, I myself won't be a living person. I made such a great sacrifice, and yet you've all abandoned me. Who is it that gave me such a duty? It was myself. Why? Is that me? Can I still recall that determination? Doctor, you should stop watching. Leaving now is the final act of respect we can give him. We have to find the exit. There he is! Madame, over here. I knew something had happened underground when the cave collapsed. Let's leave this place first. Is this the man-made passage left behind by Kristen? Yes, I reckon it will lead us to the shaft. Only heaven knows why the army never discovered this secret path. If the preserver had not shut down its system, it would have been impossible for you to find this passage. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm asking. What happened to Julia? I have her trapped outside, and Melander will have a nice long chat with her later. Madame, I need to know. There was nothing there other than an old man marching towards death. And as for what those deaths mean, I can only say that they have absolutely nothing to do with Castle. I shall not pry any further unless a certain matter prompts me to. Walk this way. Okay, now we, I got all the answers I needed. I am Trevor Freston. What has happened? What have I become? Who turned off the lights? I should report that punk to the... Ah. I failed, haven't I? After how many years? How many years has it been? That damned tin can, huh? At least he hasn't decided to drain my blood dry yet. Where am I? Who are you? What are you? What are you talking about? Why do you have a tail and the feathers on your head? It's not an accessory or a weird fashion trend either. Just what sort of place am I in? These are the coffee guy. Hundreds of thousands of them. Kristen, oh Kristen, so this is the guard you spoke of? Pretty different from what I imagined. He looks, very sleek. Greetings. If this is indeed the courtyard, full of oracles, the destination of charity, can you install it in me? Wings from the blood of the Kukulkan? Can you show me their wind and thunder, the glory of soaring in the skies, their magnificent forms? I come to you bringing 451 years of obsession from the Kukulkan people, only for your approval and your answer. So that's how it is. I'm starting to understand. My existence is fading away. I'm dying. Well, this sure sounds like something a bastard like me would do. Don't you think it's too stuffy in here? For a place deemed a destination, it's too stifling. I've hated bunkers ever since I was little. I had thought, why not hide within an asteroid belt instead? What will I become? My knowledge, my desires, will they disappear into thin air as I gain power? If you would be willing to speak in a language I understand, God? Well, I have no idea what kind of creature you are. I don't even know what the sounds you are making mean. But in a dying old man's final vision, you are on the true path, yes. I so badly want to see her one more time, my morning light. An icy wind blows over Huliak's without any traces of any dust. In the blink of an eye, she finds herself in the wilderness. A hallucination? Arts? What kind of Argenian mask is this? This is how that crazy god has given her his answer? Huliak looks around in all directions and does not find anything matching what she had in mind. She only sees a pair of father and daughter playing by the water and the girl sporting long and familiar locks in pale gold. Hold on. A girl who looks a lot like Kristen. Huliak waits patiently. She expects this boring and realistic scene to change, but nothing happens. She is devout enough. But nothing in front of her changes. So what does this actually all mean? Please don't waste my time. There is no response. Huliak is starting to feel weary. She tries to get closer to the pair, but to no avail, failing to identify their faces. Until... oh shit! Until the father picks up his daughter and they look towards the sky. Only now does Hulyak discover, in the view she has gotten too familiar with, that there is something not even Kristen's wildest description had mentioned. She sees a gigantic, enormous moon for just a moment. Oh! Ground under her feet no longer feels real. The surrounding temperature seems to rise. Hulyak stares right at the instrument, and the fluid glimpse. She leaves her no room to think. But a preposterous thought appears in her mind. Was that Terra? What was that just now? What did you do? Is it arts? No. Is it a foreign much power? Or witchcraft like the Tin Man's? Silence. Hulyak is completely unaware that she is the only one who has left that beautiful dreamland. Huh? If this is what Kristen saw, then what she said was completely right. Kristen right. You really do invite jealousy. This is the enlightenment that your god has left me. How cool of you all denying me my pursuits my entire life from my birth till now. And after denying everything, God has fallen silent. No, I don't approve. I won't allow it. You can't die just yet. So she has not been restrained by Tin Man. Okay. So you failed to stop Kristen? I already know what happened up there. I almost forgot we came here to stop her. I'm very sorry about that. I need to formally enter negotiations with the Mainlander Foundation. I'll explain later. I'm also very curious to know what exactly has happened in Trimount. We are almost there. Remember the Kal'tsit. The moment we arrive at the shaft, we are no longer simple collaborators. If you do not cooperate with us, I will have to resort to force. Try it, bitch! Basically. Fight me, bro. That's monster right now. Fight me, bro. Try me. As you wish. What's with all the tension? If I can kill this tin can again, I'll still learn a little something. When did you? Shouldn't the other ancients have caught you by now? That's not important. But I think it's best for none of us to act rashly now. Don't mess this situation up. You're not exactly breathing deeply either. I'm really curious, Doctor. The lineage of the elders, the Kukulkan source of power, are these things even considered secrets to you and Kal'tsit? No comment. How cold. There is something I want to understand. The entire course of my quest has been invaluable, and yet, after finding the answer, my people only know to sing its praises. If, after resolutely trampling on a dry and dull answer, if I wish to continue searching for the future, can I come find you, people? You should first face the charges from the Mainlander Foundation. I'll figure out how to deal with your boss first. I like that one. Of course, I won't show up empty-handed. You won't be able to guess what I retrieved from hell. Okay, so that's how she... Okay, so that's how she joins Rhode Island, alright. Your staff? What have you done? Your unusual arts can store memories. Could it be that you... Perhaps I rescued a guard that almost succumbed to dementia, but in the end, it's not even considered a living being, and it is too difficult for me alone to help it recover. So perhaps you can help me, since you might not want these things to fall into the Colombians' hands. Is it appropriate to say this right in front of the Tin Man? I've already brought it out in the open, and the Tin Man has seen it too. Do you even still have a choice to make? And no matter what you think of it, then Kal'tsit's face already looks like she agrees, Kal'tsit? My guess is... You don't have the right to call the shots here, Tin Man. Oh? The reason why you haven't looked into the underground at all yet is because someone above you has already made the decision for you. For that person has enough foresight to guess everything that has happened here. Even if the power to make decisions isn't with me right now, I still think killing Hulyak to retrieve his legacy is the more reasonable thing to do. About that, your boss should also know just which party has the capabilities to restore him. Snatching Hulyak's arts unit would only add to the gigantic pile of the Mainlander Historical Association. Holy fuck, let's try again. Snatching Hulyak's arts unit would only add to the gigantic pile of the Mainlander Historical Association archaeological discoveries. That one would not allow Mainlander to act against Rhode Island. Your coercing efforts also fall flat here. You can only hand it over to me, or I will hand you over to the Tin Man. Or I mean, you can talk to a monster. That's fine too. Actually, let me get a good. Okay. Such a hard, oppressive feeling. So you've been keeping this strange thing by your side. It's meaningless to fight here, so let's all return to Trimar's first. After that, we can negotiate in the open. Huh. It's right in front of us. We can go up from here. Sure is relieving to leave that place. Wait, is that thing in the sky? Clear view of the torn sky can be seen through the tunnel leading to the shaft. Huh. Kristen. Huh. Humanity will reach this step sooner or later. Kristen, I hope you don't bring us disaster in Terra's name. More or less. I see. Then. Your guess was right, madam. I will take my leave for the moment. I'll be outside waiting. Who here? What? You're leaving already? I didn't expect that bargaining chip in your hand, but this is also your final chance. Hand over the thing you got from below. I'm so very sorry, Mr. Tin Can, but I've lost all interest in the Midlander Historical Association's history. Now then, Doctor. Why do you... An arts unit! Remember the choice you made. We're not on equal standing, madam. An openly honest negotiation may not be in the cards. Why did the Tin Man leave early? Contact was Montes ASAP. We need to be wary of any other surprises. Hulhyak, I'm grateful for your choice, but I need you to try and find a different escape route from the direction the Tin Man left. What? I'm not so sure I'll be able to defeat this black plaything of yours. I'm not being wary of you, but rather, I want to make sure there's another way out. Gosh, I didn't even sign an employment contract, but I have to start work already? Rhodes Island couldn't possibly leave you alone to your own devices for the moment you handed over the data to us in front of the Tin Man, could we? What's up ahead? I'm sure you can guess. I suppose I can. I'll find another way up. Do make sure that when we leave here, we're not greeted by an armored division. Wow, okay, so we just fucking employed her right on the spot, alright. It's quiet. In the aftermath of those unfathomable energy waves tearing through the skies, the facility that should be full of scientists, soldiers, and workers is now completely empty. You and Kal'tsit travel between the structures without exchanging a single word. There's so much information to go through, and so much history. Perhaps only after seeing the smiles of Ifrit and Rosmantis and hearing some firm words from Saria again, you will only feel at ease. But this comforting feeling lingers in your mind. Light flashes across the edges of your oh my god, I can't fucking say that. Peripheral vision. That's how you say that. Jeez. Wait, Kal'tsit! What is this on the screens? Nice to meet you too, Dr. Rhodes Island, Dame Kal'tsit. We have taken over this facility. Every screen and every surveillance equipment will expose your whereabouts. So please do not attempt to escape. On the behalf of the Colombian government, I hope to hold an private meeting with the both of you. This might have happened earlier than you expected, but I just want to get on with it. I won't wait any longer. In the dimly lit building, the lights of a large screen flickers a few times, and then a familiar figure appears. Oh, it's the Vice President Jackson. Nice. The second in command of the fledgling country's leader is in no hurry to speak. He only faces you with that iconic smile of his. You start wondering, you feel some kind of pressure. Soon after, you cannot help yourself from turning your attention onto the pet perched on his shoulder all along. It's so cute! You sneak a glance at Kal'tsit. There's an obvious, somewhat gloomy expression on her face. Wait, is that the fucking president? It is! I was just gonna say that! It is the fucking president! That's fucking great! That's so funny! The fucking president of Colombia is a goddamn bird. I had a feeling all along. I was just... No way, right? That's fucking stupid. But no, it was actually real. Wow. That is hilarious. Mr. President. The Vice President does not react. But his pet just happens to begin talking. Been a long time, Dame Kal'tsit. How long has it been since we had a conversation like this? After that little thing you and Melander put together. I thought you would be staying in Colombia, but then I blinked and you were in Sargon, and then who knows where else you went after that. It's a shame. If you worked together with Melander, Celine herself, you could have really done something for Colombia, and then maybe the people wouldn't have needed to wait for a vice president to be born. Huh. You wouldn't have come here just to exchange pleasantries, Mr. President. Of course, this is a personal meeting. Jeez. Where's my father? Father? You're holding on to his ashes, the remnants of his soul. Let me touch him. I never got to meet him, but he's the last thing in this world that has any relation to me. There's also PRTS. You are PRTS. We come from the same roots, but now we're drifting apart. I had some words for him. He's gone. Trevor Kristen is dead. He's pinned his hopes on this land, a world that has absolutely nothing to do with his lonely self. So is the president like the emperor, like an immortal? You know, like the fucking, like the wolf in Il Siracusano event. Is he one of those? Like one of the immortals? That would be kind of cool. Having an immortal president. Anyway. Yes. If that's his will, then you had better leave. I'll respect his feelings. You'll be able to fix his shattered self faster than the Melander Historical Association can. But remember this. We will collate our wills. We will seize the truth of everything. Colombia will become the sword and shield of terror. Just as he wished. This is the best condolence that I, President of Colombia, Max, can offer to a dying era. That's sick. I like that name. That's a really sick name. Kristen never wanted a tyrant, Max. Monster, destroy the cameras. Let's go. God damn, this fucking after story goes on forever. Oh no. How have you not killed this fucking douchebag yet? Wow. Narcissa, look how glorious the sky is. My field of research was far from Kristen's, but I must admit this. She has achieved a groundbreaking feat that will install a fascination in every scientist there is. The scientific blueprint I once described to you is now being displayed to every single person in all its glory. Even those who are ignorant can now bask in the light of science. How blessed they are to be born in this area. Will there always be someone like you under every dream as big as this one? What you should be asking is, why must there be people like me to push dreams this big into reality? This question shall haunt you forever. I only know how to judge right from wrong, just like what I'm doing to you right now. Thank you, Narcissa. All my ambitions, dreams, and failures are residing within you for you to make your judgment. So in the end, I will also give you a gift. Mosmanus turns her head back. Sitting in his wheelchair, Logan has his eyes closed and suddenly passes away. What the fuck? Oh, okay. I'm beginning to understand what's going on. You did all these things just to see me, right? You just didn't want to die alone. You want to be remembered by me and live on within me. But no, I came here just to watch you die. Smuts takes out her diary from her pocket and writes a line in it. The criminal Logan Williams received the trial he deserved. She stares at the line for a while before putting the diary away. And now I've forgotten you. I should go find the doctor in Kal'tsit. Good girl. Good girl, Osmantis. You did good. I'm proud of you. Oh, it's my boy again. Ugh. I should have bought some cigarettes earlier. I didn't expect you to be discarded so soon, Kukogan. Surely you know how likable I am. I'm serious. I was ready to fight a legion of power armors to the death, and yet this place is so deserted. Even amusement parks on federal holidays have better security than this. Damn! I'd like to know why myself. Perhaps Dame Kal'tsit is skilled in the art of persuasion. So skilled he's managed to convince even the mighty president of the Colombian Union? Well, are you alright, Doctor? I'm fine. Deep breaths. We spent too much time on the ground. Taking in so much information at once is indeed a burden on you. My apologies, Doctor. I wanted to wait a little longer until you were ready to face him, to respond to all the doubts and questions you have about yourself. Wait till I recall my memories? Dame Kal'tsit and Dr. Sargon, you have managed to get a considerable time extension. I'm serious about getting my work done, Doctor. Perhaps we should kill Mr. Tin Can here and now. Forget it. That's probably a meaningless act. The President has rescinded the order, which honestly came as a surprise to me. Madam, fix whatever Hurriak has handed over to you, even though I have no idea what it is or the scope of the damage. Mr. President has given you time. I don't know how long, but when your time's up, you will definitely retrieve what was lost. Is this a deal? I suppose. After all, you have abided by our previous agreement and have indeed helped us a lot in the past few days. So in return, you can leave Trimount safely and return to your landship. As for the Doctor, you have already spent 3 days with the Colombian Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Arts Unit and Originium, and I don't think Rose Island would want an updated criminal record. And as for Hurriak, for the time being, I'll only ask this. Is he currently a collaborator of Rhodes Islands? I guess. Rose Island will need her help. After all, she also made a contract. Holy fuck. After all, she also made contact with the truth, so I can't just ignore her. Thank you, Kal'tsit, Dame Kal'tsit, and the Doctor as well. She's on your reputations now. Well then, goodbye. Alright, you two. We'll go meet with Rosmantis and Ifrit and then leave Trimount. Doctor, what are you looking at? Bubbles. You suddenly noticed that despite the considerable night breeze present, the mud in front of you holds a tiny pool of bubbles yet to evaporate. The sporadic bubbles meander forward like a series of extremely light footsteps. Yes, Bubbles. You look into the distance and discover that the skies of Trimount in the moment before dawn is full of fragile bubbles. Kal'tsit, I'm going to look for someone first. Yeah. We already know who's right here. Yeah, we already know who we're rescuing right now. The main waifu of the whole event. Yeah, go, run, Doctor, run me. Yes, here we go. Get the waifu. Right now. Run lab headquarters, building Vivarium. You feel as if you entered the bottom of a lake. There is no one, only a dense light blue and soft sound of water. A huge glass ring divides the entire space into two. Other than the narrow corridor on the outside, the rest of the Vivarium has been entirely flooded like a lake. All the land plants are swaying as if they belonged in the water. You recall the vitality of your last visit here, but right now you can only hear this weak breathing. Snow picture glass, huh? Ground cedar? Guara bush? Colombian grey oak? Pale fir. A bubble flows from the pale fir and is blocked by the current, looking as if it could pop any time and disappear without a trace. Milsies? Did I wake you up, Milsies? Yes, the waifu. Doctor, why have you come? Your arts are going to turn Trimount into the capital of bubbles. Didn't expect you to see that. It was such a sorry sight, huh? Yes, I failed. Doctor, you didn't get into the Gallery Stellaria, but I also got shut out. I even almost killed Saria, and the only thing I managed to do was to try and save a handful of people. I already know what happened up there, so you don't have to say anymore. You don't speak anymore, Mills. Save your strength. I pumped out all the water from my body and expected myself to evaporate. But I only had a short and shallow sleep and didn't even get to finish my dream. I can't even kill myself. Before you came in, I think I was leaving the orphanage in Trenton with a kid version of myself. I think I saw a Muses crouching next to a pale fir tree, tidying up the graves of my parents and my kin that I've never met. I wanted to reach out and pat her on the shoulder. I think I met a Muses who had just left Sammy. Her hair was wet from the morning mist, and she wasn't even holding her usual parasol, and it was so cold. Her neck was tucked in and her head drooping. I've never seen myself so dispirited. Were you people living in the forests of Sami? Yep. When Rhinelab began their scientific investigation section and started the Sami exploration project, their footprints made it all the way to the ice fields in the remote north. I made a private request to Maggie. Oh, Magellan! Oh! When Maggie contacted me, this place had just been built. This tiny vivarium that shouldn't even exist on Terra is an Elvis garden. Ooh. I found them following the coordinates that Maggie sent me. Deep in the forest, in the middle of Sami, remote and cold, that bed of soil was locked up by a marsh and ice fields far from civilization, a place you could hardly consider a paradise for elves. I saw a tree towering over the woodland, no different from what other people of Sami live in and revere. But after just a few steps forward, I saw the true home of nearly 100 elves. An endless hollow beneath the tree, its thick branches entangling with one another, an ecosphere woven into the roots as if it was encased in amber. To think there was such a settlement for elves on Terra. You want to persuade them to leave? Were they unwilling to leave their homes? I don't know, Doctor. I couldn't even ask them a question like that. They were not hostile to me, but I had no way of integrating into their society, not because of my metropolitan fit, but there was something natural separating us. We looked similar and faced the same struggle. We were clearly alike, and yet we were also complete strangers to one another. We had no way of understanding or communicating with each other, like two waves on completely different frequencies. Doctor, I walked so far and finally found a tiny patch of forest in the endless ice fields of Sami. But I'm not a leaf from a tree, I'm just a drop of water. The elf leans against the pale fur, her hair moving with the topmost branches of the tree to the current. You can't make out her expression. We still wanted to move the vivarium into the garden. We still wanted to follow Kristen beyond the starport. I needed to hold on to something. But Kristen abandoned me, abandoned everyone, and the so-called future that she's left for us. Kristen disbanded the components control section, and Saria was thrown out of the Galleria into deep space and almost turned herself into dust. The possibility I was pursuing has also been proving impossible. Dorothy got herself into trouble because of the stuff at Site 359. Ferdinand thrown himself to the army, and Parvis, that old ghost, seems to have died too. Fuck yeah! Best part of the story. Okay, not really, but still a good highlight. I can only reminisce about things that have already turned into bubbles. To me, they were once as precious as fresh air with hardly any originium dust. They kept me from being so lonely. I knew she was going to say that. Oh, I just want to fucking hug her, bro. Come on. I just want to fucking hug her, dude, and tell her everything's going to be okay, you know? That's all I want to do. That's all I've ever wanted. Doctor, if I was destined to always be alone, and if discovering and resisting this thing called fate still only leaves me all alone, does that mean I'll never be able to rid myself of it? Hug her! You attempt to get closer to Milsey's, but through the glass and the dense lake, she still seems to be far away. Hug her! I want to hug her. I bid farewell to someone before coming here. Who? A friend. So besides Saria and the gang, you knew someone else in Trimonts. From the sound of it, you can't have seen them recently. But they left Trimonts so soon just after your reunion? I could say that my timing was just right. He was my kin. Kin? Then did they leave Trimonts to go back to your homeland? You know, I was actually really curious about where you came from. I did some investigating, and the other time I snuck into Rhodes Island, I even tried looking for your files, but I found nothing. Is that because it's a secret, or have you also been trying to find the answer? Just like me. Perhaps. I want to know, when you met your kin, do you still remember what you were feeling then? Did you recognize each other easily? Could you understand each other? Could you provide comfort for each other's suffering? Oh, she's so lonely. Oh my god. I just want to fucking hug her, bro. Keep her close. Oh god. I never thought he would exist. I was unprepared. I understood some of his answers, but my bewilderment only grew. In the end, I only had enough time to see him off. No wonder you look so exhausted, Doctor. You stop moving, and Muses looks into your eyes through the glass across the still water. So you also get lonely, Dr. Sagan? Yes, because I don't have you. Frequently, yeah. Then, have you ever wavered in your resolve? Will you doubt the significance of certain things because of it? Rhodes Island, the operators and friends by your side, that person who you forgot but still have been searching for? And yourself? Doctor, this vivarium will shut down soon, so you should get out of here. You finally find the switch and the glass layer opens in response, but the lake, without its banks, does not pour out. Every drop of water held still by an invisible force. Like a bubble about to pop, the elf is about to escape into the leaves of the pale fir tree. You step into it. No, my elf! You'll drown. Don't worry about me. I just want to sleep a bit more, a bit longer. Before I came here, I was asked a similar question. My answer wasn't is, just as I always have been. Being alone is a type of strange music. Hold on. Oh, fuck. Okay. Even a machine-like person can be submerged in such an emotion. Okay, this right here, thumbnail. You will be sad. You will reminisce. You will worry. In the long term, it might not even improve. But it is indeed a kind of power. Every life experience that eventually fades away will still hold some meaning. I remember you said before that you don't like being peppered with questions. She's so cute. But I will still hold out my hand, Muses. No! Come on! What? No! Oh wait, there's what? There's two? What? Oh fuck, this video is going to be so fucking long. Oh no! Oh fuck. Oh no. This video is going to be so long. Oh Christ. Oh my god, I want to get dinner. Oh my god. I don't have time for this. Oh, you know what? Fuck it. We're doing it. I don't give a shit. But Mikhail, the video is going to be too long. Shut up. We're doing it. You can pause or whatever you want to do. I have to finish this fucking event now. I want to do the EX stages. I have to do it. Wait, what? Is he in prison? Ferdinand? Huh. I heard the prisons in Max DC have regulations banning any sharp objects, including pens. You're breaking the rules. They don't allow sunglasses either, Blake. I told you not to bother me when we got thrown in here together. I have important work that needs doing, and you've had a stellar record these past few days. So I hope you can keep it up. Huh. Damn it, I used up all the draft paper. Wait, I can still write on the back. Blake, help me out and ask the warden for some more. Columbian Academia will thank you for your contribution. What the hell are you doing? There's no way you think we'll get to live, Ferdinand. Colombian law has never been lenient, so you can't just quietly wait for the end to come. If you want to keep busy, why not think about your last meal? You've wasted 2 minutes of my time, Blake. Which step was I at? Planning out your last meal. You think you're so funny, huh? You have no idea just how significant my work is. Over the next century, any researcher arrogantly trying to step into the field of high-energy physics in vain will have to engrave my theories into their mind. They will praise my name, regard me as a king, as a prophet. Death? So what if I die? Just you wait, Kristen. You think you're so amazing? It's Ferdinand Clooney who has brought the truth back down to the ground, you idiot! I mean, you gotta respect his determination, man. And we're right back where we started. I'm glad to see you. These two talking in the beginning, that was funny. I'm glad to see you so hale and healthy, sir. Of course, it's all thanks to you. A few days ago, I heard some terrible rumors about Tri-Mounts, but that's all in the past. I'm grateful that our Columbia has so many outstanding law enforcement personnel just like you. I hear you're about to be promoted even. being a state attorney will bring out the best in you. It's honestly nothing compared to your business. Rhinelab has expanded its technological investments and purchased more than a dozen labs in various fields. I used to not care about financial news at all. But now, with a friend like you, Justin Jr., I have to do more than just stare at these cast iron railings in a daze like I did before. I'll give you some stock tips. I'm glad to see you taking fate into your own hands. But I did come here on proper business this time. Those two? I've already got the orders from above. Go ahead, Justin Jr. Just as before, it's nice to be working with you. Likewise. I have one more question. Which one did you want now? Just like before, madmen and freaks. Yes! There she is! I got really happy for no reason there. To see Moses. You're here, Nasty. An interim meeting notice sent out by the already dissolved components control section. It's only been 2 weeks and they've already reorganized Rhinelab. It's not just Rhinelab, Volvort, Kotinsky, and Beachbrother too. The top tech companies in the city have all received notices to send their representatives here. Who do you think organized this meeting? We'll know in just a moment. Don't lean your head towards me. I don't want my shoulders to get wet. Nasty wrinkles her brow slightly, and the dead branch-like device around her waist suddenly extends. The moment it touches Milsey's, the other party disappears from sight, as if a bubble has just popped. Seems like you've recovered quickly enough to have the strength for this little trick of yours, Milsey's. Dehydration isn't a serious thing to me, and it's not difficult to treat it either. I mean, your mental state. I thought you would be at a complete collapse hiding in a forest to cry. A friend talked me through it. Told me every life experience that eventually fades away will still hold some meaning. That's me. I got her out of her depression. Let's fucking go. I'm the best around. Nothing will ever keep her down. Let's go. You're still as emotional as ever, needing others to suit you. No, Nasty, I just calmed down and figured out something I had overlooked before. The person appearing here at your side right now is, of course, the director of Rhinelab Ecological Section, the youngest and leading authority on ecology in Rhinelab. And that means Kristen passed on to me the biological data from the Galleria Stellarius Vivarium. None of the 773 plants survived, but before that, they managed to survive past the barrier and not die immediately after breaking through the starpod. It's a height that Terrans never imagined a life could reach. What a gratifying experiment result. Nasty, I know what your dream is. The Sarkas's promised land could also be in the sky. You must have collected the data encompassing the entire duration of the Galleria's launch into the skies, right? Well, I was standing close enough that day. The fireworks from the energy sputtering everywhere very much resembled the sparks generated from the gears of the future turning. So you're saying that's enough to propel yourself back into the research on many more platforms that will be bigger and more stable? Or does it mean you have already begun? That was the rudimentary prototype of a city. No one ever said that romantic cities could only crawl on the ground. And me, I can still fill the city up with life. So now our goals are aligned. To use your words, we are now going the same way. Let's go, the meeting's about to start. Olivia's silence, authentication complete, please proceed. Saria, authentication complete, please proceed. Silence and Saria walked through the long corridor, one after another, neither of them speaking a word, both of them enveloped in quietude. I didn't know that was a word. They stopped at the door of the conference room. Saria, ask me anything you have on your mind. Are you really ready? I thought you would have already thought this through while you were recovering. Science exists to transform society. This I don't doubt one bit. Likewise, I can also confirm the significance of Control's actions. There is no research that hasn't been stunned by the terror in the sky. But the real question we actually face is, what now? There is a rip in the sky and the truth has emerged before everyone's eyes, and there is no reason to ignore its existence. But even if we all raise our heads, it doesn't mean the problems under our feet will suddenly disappear. In science, our current understanding of something has been toppled. The pace of progress will not be suspended, but accelerated. Countless constructions have been declared failures, while new fantasies have emerged. But scientists will eagerly tear down every cloud in the sky, and the ordinary people busy living their lives will be soaked by the rain the entire time. This is how reality is, and we can only accept it. It is inevitable. It is inevitable to make sacrifices in the pursuit of dreams. We've heard enough phrases like these. There is no reality impossible to change, and no sacrifice justifiable. If most people can only be compelled to choose between dreams or reality, then I must become the bridge between the two. Ethical reviews, capital supervision, project evaluation. I will tighten the reins of order. I will use methods all manner of scientists will think pedantic and cumbersome to restrict them all. I will become a monitor, a buffer zone, a railroad switch. In short, I'm qualified to be a villain. I will see to it science becomes clear. Incisive look at every one of us. Silence. I don't know how exactly you managed to drum up support enough to change our scientific and technological communities, but you should know this. No matter the power of the government or Melander, they chose you not for your worries or zeal. I know, but our goals are aligned. I'm willing to accept it. Silence grabs the door handle. She stops suddenly and turns to look at Saria. Her gaze burns, and for a moment Saria almost wants to run from it. Surely you haven't forgotten, Saria. This is exactly what you wanted to do before? If you're hesitant, if you've given up, then I will do it. Dozens of eyes focus on her. To be honest, such a feeling of being noticed by everyone is not so pleasant to experience. Hell no, exactly the same what I feel. What I would feel. That's what I know. I can't speak. I'm so... we are over 2 hours in. I'm so done speaking now. Holy hell. Silence takes a deep breath and responds to those expressions of surprise, astonishment, and ridicule one by one. After a long moment of time, she steps inside. If there's a third, I'm gonna flip my shit. Hello everyone, my name is Olivia Silence, sponsor of the Trimon's Ethics and Scientific Research Joint Declaration. God damn, that's a mouthful. She's... Okay, you can't even shorten it, wow. You can't even make an acronym of this. Fucking hell. I stand here today because... Oh, what? Where are we now? What? Oh, hello, Jared. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. No. Back then, I merely provided Miss Penny with an audition opportunity in Rankwood. It truly is nothing compared to the help you provided us this time. Yes, that girl most probably is a... What? Yes, that girl is most probably just about to drown in the drool of various company representatives. I do hope she will be able to handle that situation after all. This will be a new normal for her in the future. Such worries are indeed superfluous. These youth are indeed not lacking in courage, and they always run so fast. All we can do is accompany them on their journey. It's pretty good to see that she survived that shaft blast off, I think it was. Quite like her, she's pretty cool. I wonder how she fights though. Huh. Haha, you're absolutely right. I've become an old lady who loves to worry. A golf game next month? Sorry, but I don't think I'll be able to join you this time. Yes, Mr. Chairman, I no longer have a reason to remain with Rhinelab, and besides, I'm well past retirement age. What? She doesn't look that old, come on. Oh, she's leaving Rhinelab? Oh. This should be a long and extensive vacation. I'm so sorry, Miss Jarrah, but I've gone the wrong way. I just asked the nearby residents, and if we change direction now, we might still be able to make it to the nearest nomadic city for a pit stop. It's fine, just continue driving this way. Huh? That would delay your itinerary. I think that's how you say that. I just flipped through the geographical magazine in this car, and if we continue this way for 10 more kilometers, there should be a winery up ahead. The magazine says the wines there would have. Oh god. The magazine says the wines there have an exceptional texture. The winery insists on unlimited supplies to only specific distributors, and for decades have refused to expand their scale of the vineyard. So I'm curious. The people here have been so anti lately over the Rhinelab incident, so I thought you wanted to get out of timeouts ASAP. No one would give a retiree a hard time. Besides, just look at the wonderful scenery we have here. That is, yeah, just farms and cornfields. Very nice. A wind blows from far away, and Jara adjusts her glasses, lifting her gaze to the sky. The clouds are moving quickly, and a single star faintly appears amidst the twilight. The sky appears as lofty as ever. After a long time, she gently waves her hand. The driver thinks she was calling him, and quickly opens the door for her. Safe travels. Let's go. Okay. Oh my god, she's still alive. What? What the fuck? I thought she was dead. What the wait, what? What the fuck is what? Galleria Stellaria service cabin shutting down. I thought the fucking thing exploded or some shit. What the fuck is I'm so confused. Okay. So it didn't. Okay. What is Kristen doing now? Galleria Stellaria observation bridge shutting down. Galleria Stellaria Vivarium shutting down. "5 days, 8 hours and 43 minutes according to Terra's time. After breaking through the barrier, Galleria is persisting beyond my expectations. Not long after, these cabins condensing the most advanced science and technology on Terra will be reduced to dust. The Galleria Stellaria was never equipped with the technology and conditions required for interstellar travel. I still remember Kristen scoffing at Nasty's plans when she handed them over. And now I will lie down in the life support hibernation pod that Logan developed. You could never simulate the actual environment back on the ground, so I'm not exactly sure how long I can survive." Wow, okay. So she's going into cryosleep, I guess. Wow. I wonder what will happen to her. Maybe she appears in Enfield. I don't know. That's interesting, though. Galleria Stellarium Planetarium shutting down. The entire Galleria Stellaria has shut down. The life support hibernation pod will activate in 5 minutes. Please be seated at once. Universe. First time I learned of this concept from Kristen, I had no way of envisioning how encompassing, boundless, magnificent, beautiful, and touching it could be. It stretches past our horizons, exceeding what we have constructed with our barren imaginations, beyond what words can describe. A pity I can only record my words as an audio file. For what I can see through this boundless curtain that has made it difficult to discern any colors, our Terra is surrounded by stardust, with no fulcrum or rope supporting it as it rotates on its own and by itself. The stars blend into one another, and any measurement of distance, size, or shape is meaningless. This universe is so deep that it makes you speechless. It makes you feel a deep sense of awe. As I observed with just the naked eye, the stars similar to Terra, these were once in our visions, were mere decorations dotting the sky, but they share the same existence as us. Perhaps life also exists on them, the same flames of love and hate, terrible disasters, grand plans and romance, as well as mundane struggles and persistence going on stage over and over again. Their history, written by the creation and destruction of their civilizations, with innumerable magnificent miracles, names that shine. Names that shine and bloated titles added onto their footnotes before they all return to dust. Do they know a universe exists? Are they our enemies? Or our neighbors we can get along with? If it's possible, perhaps everyone should try to understand us from this position, to understand the land, sky and sea we rely on to live. To understand where exactly we are in the history of humanity, and where exactly that entire history belongs to in the universe. Only then will we be qualified to consider what direction to head in. The life support hibernation pod will close in 1 minute. Please be seated immediately. Repeat, the life support's hibernation pod will close in 1 minute. Please be seated immediately. Pre-hibernation record. Vital signs are normal, emotions are relatively stable. It is truly gratifying to see that all the plants here are still alive. A pity that Milsys has no way to obtain these data. Throughout Kristen's entire life, there has only been 2 times where she truly felt alive. The first time, Saria, when I brought you back to my hometown on that hillside where I told you about the beginning of everything. The second time is now, as I have just realized mine and my parents' dreams. Whatever happens next is merely the start of a continuation. On a clear night, find a spot with a wide and open view and set up a telescope. There will be a single star twinkling for you in the sky. Well then, good night, Terra. Good night, universe. If, in a century or millennium, our descendants walk among the stars, the masses will sing her praises. Wow. Who are you? A guardian lacking any purpose, watching over kin, brothers, and compatriots who will never wake up. What are these? Life support devices far beyond what your comprehension. They do not rely on the originium you are familiar with, but tens of thousands of years is enough to wear them down to nothing, and now they are merely coffins for the deceased, just like in the olden days. Why do you seem so close to humanity? In our darkest days, it was only human nature that let us avert a much more complete destruction, though this means nothing but endless torment for me. Is the sky false? Not exactly. A barrier makes terror incapable of charging towards the stars. Light has been distorted accordingly, preventing people from ever understanding the true implications of their world. Only the stars are beyond any doubt. They exist. What does the universe look like? An interesting question. When any creature capable of capturing light turns its head up to the sky, it will be subdued by an endless ocean of stars. Anonymous, magnificent, beautiful. But in my eyes, the void merely means ruin and a chilling desolation. Are the stars just like Terra? No. Terra is rather small compared to them. Even stars tens of millions of times larger than Terra, like star number 4, would completely disappear into the gigantic black hole of the Sobeid Nebula, and the satellite arrays outside Talos can even manipulate the geographical properties of a planet like this. Why do the Sancta have halos and wings? An icy chain of commands gives them an identity. It is dangerous to start a machine lacking any self-awareness in the name of a god to fulfill a mission it cannot even understand. So you're talking about the law? Why are we talking about Sancta all of a sudden? Have you ever seen a burn beast? Alright, so just random questions. Alright. The creatures known to you as a burn beast have not changed too drastically in the course of evolution. Their tenacity is as durable as the planet itself. People should treat them with more humility and respect. What is it like to travel by sea? I can only tell you what a simulation feels like. Flying across the ocean of a planet is just like wrapping yourself in a blue silk scarf, and yet the bright blue is always fleeting. Kristen, say your piece. After knowing all of this, do you still intend on gambling with your life to tear open the sky? Terror is ill-prepared, and your death will be without meaning or reason. Allow me to ask you a final question to serve as my answer. Ask your question. Our careers, cities, homes, art, as well as our cruel history, suffering, war, catastrophes, and the arrogance that destroys everything, trends on thoughts and ideals, greatness granted by others, and equally gifted from birth, the civilization born on this tiny patch of wilderness, and everything that we have ever loved without compare. What do they inevitably mean, and what is it that life ultimately seeks? Oh, we don't get an answer. Damn, bruh. Alright, there we go. Oh boy, I need a goddamn rest. Oh my god, that was so long. Oh my god, we're 2.5 hours in now. Oh my god, I don't think I've made a video this long ever. Holy crap. 2.5 hours. I'm gonna go take a shower. I'm sweating. No, first I'm gonna eat and then I'm gonna take a shower. Phew. Alright, if anyone is still with me, thank you for watching. Whew, I mean, if Arknights is not my favorite, this would be my favorite. Holy hell, this was insane, man. Holy fuck, alright, yeah. I am insanely tired now. I don't think I've ever talked this long, ever, so yeah. I'm gonna go to relax now. Thank you for watching, comrades. If you came this far, I really, really appreciate that. Truly. If you did enjoy the whole event story here, do tell me what you think, and yeah, in the comments. And if you did, do leave a like. If you want more Arknights content from me, do subscribe. I'm probably, yeah, most likely going to continue with future events. So yeah, do look forward to that. And I will see you very soon, comrades. And as always, if you are playing the game, I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, enjoy your day in general. And I will see you in the next event, which should be the Outtro Executor event, I believe. No, I think the summer event with Outtro Asia and Outtro Saria is before then. Yeah, anyway, I will see you very soon again, comrades. Have a good day. До свидания.